Right, shalom, 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 shalom. Right, shalom, 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 shalom. Once again, you're now under the sounds of the voice of the true disciples of Christ, and this is Yahweh's work. You're now under the sounds of the voice of Kahan Tazadok and the general. That should be. We're going to do this again. I had a pretty provocative photo up, but I decided to take it down. I don't want any excuses that they could use to be able to delete this message. This is a very powerful message. We put this up some 2 weeks ago. It was deleted in the midst of us actually discussing the message. However, this time, we're going to go in more detail. Now, as you come in the room, go ahead and give a thumbs up. That should go without saying. We're doing this for edification. Now, if this is, a trampling upon your belief system, it is not our intent to make anyone feel bad. It is to tell you the truth. And John 8:32 says, and you shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free. The Ruach HaKadosh has put it upon Tazadok to say, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you mad, then make you free. If, there's a big if there, if you could get over the anger. So go ahead and grapple with the task of getting your anger to subside and deal with the truth. Scripture says also to know good and to do it not, it is sin.
God.
So, in other words, if you've been taught something, can you get that precept, Mela, Carl? So if you've been taught something like we're bringing out edification tonight, and then you still refuse to do it, this is when the book of James comes into effect.
This is the book of James, chapter 4, verse 17. Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good,
meaning to keep the law, read on,
and doeth it not, to him it is sin.
It is what?
To him it is sin.
It is sin. That means if you're being edified by General Yashabin, Officer Melakah, Kahan Tazadok, and we're giving you precept upon precept, line upon line, telling you what is good. To do good means to keep the law. And you don't do it, you are deliberately sinning. And you know what it says in the book of Romans, if you know these things, then you're worthy of death. We really need Dominique and all those other people that was on here listening to this message. I understand a little bit worn out, but these people really need this message. So let's go ahead and get into this. Valentine's Day. Now, the origin of Valentine's Day, a lot of you cater to the woman, you're dropping down on your knees. You're trying to do everything you can to get some Valentine's Day sex. Valentine's Day sex is some freaked out sex where you want to do the wildest thing. So you try your best to appease. Now, I'm going to show you how it's reversed. Because when this thing originated, men would actually go around and rape women on this day. This is their day that they could take any woman that they want to. But now, most of the men, I'm not saying that was right. Don't misquote what I'm saying here. But so many men has actually become simps. You go out and get flowers, candy, and you act like every damn day is Valentine's Day. Candace Bivens, that's a new face. Glad to see you on here, Candace Bivens. Shalom. You act like every day is Valentine's Day to try to appease to the woman for some Valentine's Day sex. Now, we brought out, and Malachi brought it out, in James 4, what is that, James 4:17, Malachi?
Con. James chapter 4, verse 17.
Yeah, to know to do good and do it not, to them it is sin. Who are we? We are the true disciples of Christ. Y'all should be in John 8 and 31. Why do we call ourselves the true disciples of Christ? There's some other disciples out there, but we're the last Nazarene. We're the last Nazarene, meaning disciples of Hamashiach Yahweh Shah. And we're going to speak the truth. Marty Moss said he was coming on here. You don't want to miss this message, man. Let me give him a call.
Call in the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32.
31. 31 about the disciples.
Book of John, Yachanan, chapter 8, verse 31. Then said Yahweh Shah to those Jews which believed on him, if ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed.
Con. So if you continue in the word, that means keep the laws, then you are his disciples. You muted yourself, Yashabin.
Okay. Verse 32.
Hey, Marty, we on, man. We waiting for you. We
And
waiting
ye
for you.
shall know the truth, and the truth
Make sure your pebbles watch this one, man. Make sure your pebbles watch this one.
Shall make you free.
I'll make you free.
If something has to make you do something, more than likely it's not going to feel good when it happens.
Con.
So the aphorism that Doc put out, that it makes you mad, then makes you free, is right in line and exact.
Con. Now, Nimrod, let's talk about this Valentine's Day. I want all you women to listen in particular. And the next time your man try to bring you something about Valentine's Day, tell him you don't want it. Tell him you don't want it. Now, Nimrod's scheme of astrology essentially is set up all rebellion and all of these annual festivities that you see everyone captivated by. Easter, Valentine's Day, Halloween, Christmas, and so on and so forth. New Year's Day. The patterns of serving the host of heaven, of all you Israelites, all you Christians, don't you know that these days, don't you know the word holiday really means holy day? What is holy about Valentine's Day? What is holy about a birthday? That's the number one paganistic day of the Satanic Church. So what they've done, so you guys, that's not the reason I do it. Doesn't really matter why you think you do it. You're doing it. You're emulating a paganistic, demonic, or what's the word I'm searching for? Orgiastic practice. Orgiastic practice, meaning that it involved orgies. That's your origin of Valentine's Day. It's when men could go around and just snatch any woman they want and take her and have sex with her. That's the origin of it. And stop me where I'm lying at. So what they've done, they've changed the names. But when you change the name of something, it doesn't clean up the stench. So the perspective, the mind viewpoint of the flesh blocks of us actually seeing things through Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah's eyes. If we abide in his word, let's get that. Let's get Yachanan. No, Yashabim just read it. If we abide in his word, we're his disciples indeed. Now, Valentine's Day is an occult. To those of you that don't know what the word occult means, it means something that's hidden. So it's an occult fertility festival of Dionysus. Someone looked that word up. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It was a deity of orgies and wine. Dionysus.
Dionysus.
Dionysus was the deity of orgies and wine. Dionysus. That was the name. Dionysus. Don't believe me? Go and check it out for yourselves. So this is the origin of Valentine's Day, is when you had orgies. This is why you're trying to get some Valentine's sex. You let them put that spirit on you. Rome literally called it Lupercalia, meaning a wolf's festival. The wolf festival. Now, they've spun new reasons for observing this fertility festival. And you women, you're going to be shocked once you find out where this day was celebrated. And you should feel simple as hell for continuing to partake in this practice. And the names they call it is shift. Now, the day initially took place on February the 15th, but they shifted from February the 15th to the 14th. The hearts, the arrows, the cupid. These are all idols being programmed into the children in most schools so that they will grow up and teach the same behavior to their children. This is why you do it. Your parents taught it to you, and they taught it to you in the public food system. You call it education. I call it indoctrination. I call it programming. These traditions are essentially handed down to us and are curses that we inherit from our forefathers who refused to obey Yahweh's commandments. It is the man's responsibility to ensure that this madness is not practiced in his family. The children's teeth are set on the edge. The proverb refers to a famine of the Most High's word. Give me that. Someone give me that. The book of what is that? Is it Amos 8 and 11? There will be a famine in the earth. Is that Amos 8 and 11, Malachi? Someone give me the book of Amos 8 and 11. I think that's it. Most High is going to cause a famine in the earth, man. All of you that don't want to listen, you don't want to jump on board and join T-Dot. When the Most High causes famine to come in the earth and no one's going to be preaching anymore, you're going to wish you had listened.
So this is the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Elohim Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land. Not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Elohim.
Come on. Read on.
And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Elohim, and shall not find it. And that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst.
So you're going to have to stop the nonsense, folks. You're going to have to stop trying to justify your iniquities by saying, oh, no, that's not the reason I do it. Au contraire. Au contraire. You don't even know why you're doing it. You're just doing what ignorant people did prior to you. Again, once you come in the room, go ahead and give a thumbs up. Go ahead and give a thumbs up. Let's get the book of Shemot. Book of Exodus, chapter 20. The things that most people love in the world, like Valentine's Day and these other hell of a days, these are the things that the Most High hates. Someone get Shemot, chapter 20, verse 1. Let's let the boy genius get it, man.
Book of
Boy
Shemot.
genius is right.
Book of Shemot, chapter 20, verse 1. And the supreme Elohim spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh, which have brought thee out of the land of Mitzrayim, or Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Verse 3, thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Yeah, you can't have no other power besides the Most High, man. He's going into the things that he doesn't want you to do, man. The 10 Commandments. And I'm going to you something, man. There's another popular observance that they have, Yashabin. They call it Groundhog Day.
Oh yeah.
This is a divination by which they observe the emergence of hibernating animals, right? Upon the arrival of spring. They literally do that. It's nothing that we should be doing, man. Yet people seem to pay attention. They practice it so much, they put it in the damn news, man. I've literally seen them do that on the news. They have what is known as Inauguration Day. That's idolatry, man. Joe Biden, he's been inaugurated in the office. We're not supposed to follow that. That's paganistic, man. Yet people seem to pay attention in blissful ignorance to every pagan thing. Inauguration Day. You know what that come from? Anyone know the origin of Inauguration Day? What about it, Nicholas Carefoot? It comes from the custom of Augury. Anyone know what that is? Augury. Augury. That was a divination using portent based on fight patterns of birds and so on and so forth. That was a custom of ancient Greece and Rome. That has nothing to do with our history, Daryl Thornhill. Anyone ever heard of Augury? Or, to those of you that know, that's divination. Augury was the only ones allowed to foretell the future events, to guide their rulers and their military commanders to make their decisions. That's like a damn soothsayer, man. Witchcraft. Let me hit you something, man. The first king of Yasha Allah, as we brought out before, he consulted a whisperer, a fortune teller, the witch of Endor, to predict the outcome of a future battle. He turned away from the Most High Yahweh, and he went the way of Nimrod. Scriptures say rebellion is like the sin of witchcraft, man. Someone get that, man. 1 Samuel 15:23. The old adage, it doesn't mean that to me. They love to use that. They love to use that, Lincoln Cox. It doesn't mean that to me. But when the Reaper appears, he's going to burn you up, man. He's going to burn your behind up.
Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry.
So the only one of you that's going to make it is when you get purged with these scriptures and we get all of the dross out of your lives. Otherwise, you're not going to make it. See, I remember when I had to eliminate all icons such as crosses and all from my life. I used to be caught up in that madness. I only knew what was passed on to me. I started researching for myself. The Ruach HaKodesh came on me. I said, hey, wait a minute. This is not right. We're not supposed to be doing this. And when I started to speak out against it, they called me a rebel. They called me a troublemaker. Well, I guess Amashiach was a troublemaker also, so I'm in good company. Jeremiah was a troublemaker. Yeshaya was a troublemaker. See, the truth is like a bright light, and it exposes the darkness That's why many people don't like me, man. I'm loved by few, hated by many, but respected by all. They don't like Times of Dark, man. Why? Because I bring the truth. I bring the light into their darkness, and the truth makes all false things disappear. See, but the Gentiles find the darkness very pleasing, meaning the nations, until someone shines the truth on what things really mean. This is what we're doing tonight. The Most High has sent the true disciples of Christ to you to sign the truth on what things really mean. In this case, what Valentine's Day really mean. Then if you still celebrate it, it's because you're wicked, according to the Bible. According to the Bible. You only want to inherit lies. Someone get that. Let's get Proverbs 14 and 18. Proverbs 14 verse 18, man.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 18. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge.
Come on. So why don't we see the things, the occult, meaning hidden, meanings behind all the symbols of witchcraft are on two levels? They're on esoteric. The true meaning is actually revealed to those initiated into the upper levels. And then it's exoteric. See, when it's esoteric and when it's exoteric, exoteric is just a surface meaning. That's what most people have, man. They have a surface meaning shown to the masses. You really don't comprehend. It's kind of like masonry, man. You don't have the esoteric knowledge of masonry. You have exoteric. Because you're on the outside of the circle, inside of the circle. You don't know what is going on until it's too late. You don't know that you've sold your soul to Ha-Shaitan until it's too late, until you sign that contract in blood for your rap career, for your R&B career. And then you're invited to an organistic festival. And then 3 Edomite men tell you to bend over, boy, and take it. I can't make this up, man. You know this is what's going on behind closed doors, man. Because why? They only gave you exoteric knowledge. Well, they had esoteric knowledge. Meanwhile, you were selling your soul, man. You may as well go down to the old oak tree. You understand what I'm talking about, man? The Catholic circus adopted every vestige. I'm talking to all of you. I want all Christians to listen to me. Stop me where I'm lying at. All forms of Christianity came from the Catholic Church. I'm going to say that again, and I'm going to say it slow. And despite how they switched it up, it's still going to mean the same thing. All forms of Christianity, showing Christian, since you want to be a Christian, comes from the Roman Catholic Church, which was paganistic in origin. I don't give a damn if you're calling yourself non-denominational. You got it from Roman Catholicism. You got it from the papacy. You pay your homage to the Black Pope. This is why there's no such thing as repentance in Roman Catholicism. You can't repent. They have what is known as penance, which means it's up to your religious leader to forgive you, not up to the Most High Yahweh. You're not even allowed to read the Bible in the Roman Catholic Church. So stop me where I'm lying at.
Con.
The Pope, the leaders must read it for you. Stop me where I'm lying at. You know it's true, Marty, because it is. They can't stop me because I'm not lying, so I'm going to keep going. So so this shows you how all forms of, and I don't mean to desecrate anyone's religion. They already did it. Religion, from religo, to hold down, to bind, restrain, to return. Return to bondage. Religion means to return to bondage. This is why we don't deal with religion. They're trying to say the Israelites have no, we have a way of life, man. It's a way of life. It's just law, statutes, and commandments. But the Catholic circus adapted every vestige of paganism and revised the meaning to apply to some aspect of their new faith that they created from our way of life. And you get people that's in Egyptology, you get Moors, and they confuse the Israelites with Christians. Man, they're nothing like us, man. This is called syncretism. And it's exactly what Yahweh told us not to ever do. The Christmas tree. The wreaths. You know what I'm talking about? The maypoles. The rabbits. The eggs. And so on and so forth. They don't appear to be connected with fertility to all people because they have exoteric knowledge. We have esoteric knowledge. We understand that it's connected to fertility. Why do you think so many children get molested? It's all going back to fertility. Stop me where I'm at. This is what's going on. The heart shape is repulsive to Yahweh's, not because it's the shape of a ivory leaf, but it's association with a fertility practice. Think about it. Think about what it looks like. You'll see what he sees. See, what has been hidden is being revealed and shouted on the rooftops, just as prophesied. Maypoles. Maypoles are witchcraft. Anyone want to know what a maypole is? You know what a maypole is, Malachi? Maypoles are witchcraft closely related to all other fertility customs. Anyone know what a maypole is? You know what a maypole is, Brandon? See if I can find a picture of a maypole, man. Anyone? What about you, Marty? You know what a maypole is?
Why?
It's a pole in the shape of somewhat of a triangle. Let me see if I can find one real quick. My internet moving so slow tonight, man. Maypoles, they use them on May Day. The May Day run and all of that. Maypoles. Can't believe you guys never heard of it. They have annual maypole festivals. Man, my internet's moving very slow here. It's weird.
I just looked it up. Yeah, I seen that around. I see what you're saying. I didn't know.
I didn't know what it was, huh?
Yeah, Con. I seen it, but I never knew the name.
Yeah, that's a maypole. Yeah, my internet's moving very slow, man. They have what is known as Maypole Day. And got Jake out there in it. This right here is all witchcraft. Let me share my screen real quick. You see, I'm gonna hit you with something, man. You see Ammon doing this a lot. They do it at their little festivals in New York. Right here, that's what I'm talking about right here. See that? That's a maypole.
Yeah, I've seen that many times.
Yeah, you see Ammon using that thing a lot.
Yeah, I never knew what that was called.
It's all witchcraft right there. See, they got us doing all kind of things. We don't even know what the heck's going on, man.
Yeah, I know in school they used to have kids dance around them, and they had them decorated with flowers and all that, dance around the maypole, but I didn't know what the real definition or what it stood for, Khan.
Yeah, that's closely related to the fertility customs. The famous author Conan Doyle said in one of his books, "You see, but you do not observe," in the quote. Syncretism merges opposing ideas and beliefs together. What it does, it confuses the good seeds, meaning the good teachings, with the corrupt seeds, like GMO. You understand what I'm saying? It confuses that with whole food. And it produces death through its cancerous side effects. See, practicing evil traditions, you could say, that's not the reason I do it all I want to. Still doesn't mean you're not sinning. You're going to be judged for it, especially after you've been warned. You're practicing evil traditions produce. When you practice these things, it produces spiritual darkness. And it opens a person's to demonic activity. This is why women are so damn off, man. They don't realize why these spirits are on them. You can't tell Eve a damn thing, man.
Nope.
They don't put all kind of spirits on it. And see, the programming goes so deep. She thinks I'm crazy. And I'm trying to liberate her thinking, trying to save her soul, man. Eve is gone, man. She's gone. Well, I'm equal to you. Okay, well, wait until judgment come. Man, I fast and I pray that Yahweh shall speed this thing up, man. Hurry up, Yahweh shall. Let this thing in, man, so they can find out, man.
Khan, a lot of brothers and a lot of guys got in trouble today for not going out and celebrating Valentine's Day and getting candy and flowers.
Oh, no, they wanted to do it more. They didn't have no money. They didn't have no money, man. So you're right, though. They did get in trouble. They got in trouble. She didn't want to talk to him, man. And that simple time, he doesn't even realize she's getting Valentine's cards and gifts from about 5 different dudes, man. You know how Eve do it. Now stop me where I'm lying at. Can't, man. I'm going to keep going there. No one can stop me. You know I'm not lying, man. Your woman, you listen to me right now. Your woman probably got cards and gifts from about 2-3 different dudes. And she laughing at you. She's on the phone with her girl. No, real talk, man. She's on the phone with her girl. Now, girl, this nigga got me this and that and so on. Oh, yeah, he got me this. Yeah, he got me this. I ain't thinking about him. That's how the talk goes, man. You know my record. I told you before, man, 1000 and 0. I'm the Solomon, man. I'm the modern day Solomon of this thing. Now I'm giving you the game, man. So all of this, man. But Naya, let's get the book of Matthew, 16th chapter, verse 1. This is the 11, man, that they're talking about in the book of Matthew. Give me that part that's talking about that leaven. You practicing these evil traditions, man. You put leaven in the bread when it doesn't belong there, man. It's the Passover, and you put leaven in the bread, man. A little bit of leaven destroys the whole lump. What is the heart symbol? Is it the symbol of debauchery? Derived from the name of the Roman deity, Bacchus? See, his symbol is now promoted in association with Valentine's Day. Bacchus says. Hey, good job, Jeremiah. You're 17. You better learn it now, baby. You got that Matthew, man? 16th chapter. It's talking about that 11.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 11. How is it that ye do not understand that I spake it not to you concerning bread,
Mm-hmm.
that ye should be aware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees.
Con, he's talking about their corruptness, man, their thinking, their doctrine, and so on and so forth. See, it was the same symbol of the Greek deity. Same symbol of the Greek deities of wine and debauchery. Dionysus, right? Dionysus, see, we derive our word debauchery from the Roman form of the deity's name. That's where it came from. See, the heart is an image of an ivory leaf worn as a wreath by Dionysus. Dionysus wore this during his feasting and orgies. Don't believe me? Go and check it out for yourself. I dare you. I dare you, Nicholas Carefoot. See, Dionysus was honored for that grape harvest. This is where you make wine from, grapes. Wine making. Fertility. For theaters of orgy. Oh, you thought porn just started with the modern day Esau? Nah, come on, man. They was doing this way back then. And drunkenness. His symbol for orgy is now utilized by the ivy leaf. It's often shown with an arrow piercing in it. You know what I'm talking about? See, Bacchus corresponds to Nimrod's archer. Nimrod the archer, right? See the Sagittarius? That's Nimrod the archer. Or Cupid. See, another name for him is Orion. Orion, the hunter. Scriptures say Nimrod, the mighty hunter. See, the arrow penetrating the heart symbol is called what? Coulter. Bacchus is seen in art wearing a wreath of ivory leaves on his head doing the orgiastic, which means having orgies, orgastic. It's people involved in orgies. So he wore this symbol during the orgastic rituals. Cupid's or arrow, well, that's another Roman deity based on a Greek one. Cupid essentially means desire, and his golden arrow. Now, the mythological child, Mercury and Venus. Yeah, Edomite a long time ago, some years back, wrote a book called Men Are From Venus, Women Are From Mars, something like that. Or women are from Venus, men are, whatever. How in the hell he put it? See, he's dealing with all this demonic stuff here, man. But the mythological child, Cupid, was the mythological child of Mercury and Venus. Inflame erotic desire in all who would offer to him. Cupid and hearts are thought to be good, right? You see this little baby with wings on it and a bow and arrow. It's thought to be good. But it's far from it. It's far from good. Let's get Yeshaya 5:20 through 25. Whoa! Word woe means destruction, man. To those of you that call good evil, to those of you that call good evil and evil good. Let's get that. Yeshaya 5:20 through 25. Isaiah 5:20 through 25. Devon Brooks, I hope you're learning, man.
This is the book of Isaiah.
You're talking that talk tonight, Devon. Man.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5.
Thumbs up as you come in the room, planet to Earth. Thumbs up as you come in the room. Let more people, they having Valentine's Day sex. We're going to break it up.
The ultimate chicken block.
Eve just sent one of them out, and she got another one coming over there. He getting sloppy seconds. He don't even know it. Real talk, huh? He might be getting thorns, Malachi. He going over there with candy and flowers. And he wonder why she loose as a moose. Because you're getting sloppy seconds or maybe even thirds. I hate to talk to you this way, man. I got to keep it a buck, man. What you want, man? 2 Grants or Franklin? I got you. Either way. Go ahead, Malachi.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, that put darkness for light, and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter.
Come on. Go ahead. Read on.
Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes.
Yeah, they're wise in their own eyes. Eve's wise in her own wise, man. Why do you think she got mouth questions? It's not for you, man. It's from the last guy's babies in her mouth. So you won't taste them. Go ahead, read.
And prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty men to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward.
Yeah, they try and justify this, man. Eve will go to any extreme, try to justify this, man. And Jake, he's so damn simple. Jake is simple as hell, man. Jake, I mean, we need to find as many damn Jakes as we can and smack them upside the damn head with, at 1611, man, or an apocrypha, to beat them scriptures in their head. Maybe they'll start to listen then. You know, bust you upside the head with a damn 1611, man, or apocrypha, or the Basura. Go ahead, King.
But take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Therefore, as the fire devoureth the stubble, and the fire consumeth the chaff, so their root shall be as rottenness.
That's how you're going to be, man. Eve, you better listen, man. You better repent, man. Oh, they enjoying it now, man. They can say whatever they want to say, do whatever they wanted to do. Man, this is worse than Sodom and Gomorrah, man. We're living in a modern Sodom. Israel's in a modern Sodom. They call it Harlem. It's nothing but a modern Sodom. Go ahead, King. Bring it up.
And the fire consumeth the chaff, so their root shall be as rottenness, and their blossom shall go up as dust. Because they have cast away the law of the Elohim of hosts.
Because they're not keeping the laws. You know?
And despise the word of the Holy One of Israel.
They despise this word. What are we giving them, Malachi? We're giving them the holy word of Yasha Allah, of the Holy One of Israel. We're giving them the word of the Most High. They despise this word, man. They're not really getting mad with us, man. They really get mad with Christ. The world cannot hate you, Malachi. Hamashiach said that. The world can't hate you. They don't hate Tyler Duck. Let them talk, man. Just laugh it off. Ha ha. Go ahead, man. Oh, yeah. Well, you're entitled to that belief. I keep it going, man. Debtors come at me trying to hate, throwing around a lot of hate, man. They throwing so much hate against the war, Malachi. Eventually, you know, some of it's going to stick.
The hate, you know, seems to be up 24/7. Doesn't ever stop.
Come on.
Especially here.
Right. When this word come out, man, that get them bad, man. That word cuts them bad, man. When this word come out, man, they go crazy. You see what happened? Now, Yashabin wasn't on here the other night, man. Remember that last Bible study we did, man? That word got them crazy, man. Them women that wanted to attack Tazadah. They came in peacefully, Benaiah. But when I start coming, the Bible, eh? Then she went buck wild. Yes. That demon jumped on her ass, man. I thought I was dealing with high shaitan, man. That damn demon jumped on her, man.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's how she went.
Come on. And wouldn't shut up, man. You see how that spirit got on her, man? I put her on mute for 2-3 minutes. She was still running her mouth,
Come on.
knowing that that was a damn spirit, man. It was a demonic spirit. And
Oh, no, I was
she
on
was
for that
sending
one.
me emails and all of that, man. I had to block her from the channel.
Yeah, I remember that. That was wild.
She was trying
The
to.
next day, she was sending me emails up,
Wow.
leaving messages on the video. I had to block her up. She wouldn't turn it down, man. That damn demon jumped on her.
That's how you know it's the truth. Because she must have been thinking about that all night to
Come on.
wake up and send you an email.
Cutting her spirit, man. Cut her spirit, man. It cut her, and that was a cold cut, man.
Come on.
She had a whole damn hero from that one, man. Cold, man. Took that one out the freezer. Then throw the meat or nothing out. That was a cold cut, man. Real talk. From there, let's go to the book of Ephesians 4:17 through 19. Talk about this beastly world order.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 17. This I say, therefore, and testify in the Elohim, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk.
We're not supposed to walk as this world. We're not supposed to do it, Devon. Read on.
In the vanity of their mind,
Read on.
having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of Yahweh.
Valentine's Day is a vain thing. It's a vain thing. Read.
Through the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart, who being past feeling have given themselves unto lasciviousness, to work all uncleanness with greediness.
That's what they're doing. They're working all uncleanness with greediness. See, the beastly world order, the dragon wages war against the bride and the marriage covenant of Hamashiach Yahushua. The dragon also controls all kingdoms of the world through 3 estates. What are those 3 estates? The clergy, nobility, and commoners. Those are the 3 estates. See, this authoritarian order is called a beast. It is called a beast, and Rome is its first and final form. And America is nothing but an extension of Rome. It is a military authority posing as a religious institution. Do you understand? Now, let's get back to this Valentine's Day for a minute. Legend has it that in the 3rd century AD, the Roman emperor, where's Kelly? She on here? I'm trying to tell her this when we was on this teaching. There was an emperor by the name of Claudius II. Claudius II. Claudius II, he created an edict prohibited the marriage of young people under the so-called Christian doctrine. See, this was a time when Christians were persecuted, and this rule further condemned them. Claudius was into that alternative lifestyle. You didn't hear me? I said Claudius was into that alternative lifestyle. That boy was different. So Claudius fell in love with the man that the woman was actually dating. Now, there was a Roman priest by the name of Valentinus. Don't believe me? Go and check it out for yourself. Now, where Claudius, the alternative lifestyle emperor, put in effect prohibiting Christian marriages, the Roman priest, Valentinus, secretly married young lovers despite the cruel law that Claudius had put in effect. Valentinus wanted to encourage them to marry within the Christian church. But his mission of love turned very bloody when he was caught and imprisoned by the emperors Claudius' soldiers. Now, according to some accounts, one of Valentinus' judges, a man named Arterius, said to have visited him in prison. Valentinus found out that Asterus had a blind daughter, as it goes. Now, this imprisoned priest, Valentinus, supposedly prayed for the young girl and eventually restored her sight. Now, this suddenly amazed Asterus, converted to Christianity as a result of Valentinus praying for his blind daughter and restoring her sight. On February the 14th in 269 AD, don't believe me? Go and check it out for yourself. Valentinus was sentenced to a 3-part execution, one being beating very badly to the point of death, stoning, and then finally decapitation. So they would beat his ass until he almost died. Then they would stone him to death, and then they would cut his head off through decapitation. His last words were on a note to Asterius' daughter. He is said to have signed it from your Valentine. A man named Valentinus signed it from your Valentine. Now, other historians say that the Day of Hearts is celebrated on February the 14th because of an ancient Roman pagan ritual. Every February the 13th to 15th, ancient Romans celebrated Lupercalia, a pagan fertility festival. Now, to begin the festival, the priests of Lupercalia would gather in the scarce caves where Romulus and Remus, the founder of Rome, were weaned by a half she-wolf or lupa. Now, in the cave, the priest would sacrifice a goat and dog for fertility and purification. Now, we know that's witchcraft right there. We know this is what the same thing that they do at Bohemian Grove and so on and so forth. What your illuministic forces do behind closed doors. Now, when they sacrifice these things, they dip strips of the goat's hide in blood and went out into the villages where they would gently slap women. Now, this is what's so crazy about women celebrating damn Valentine's Day. If you knew the damn origin of it, you would hate this day, but you're about to learn. You're going to learn today or tonight. And by the way, go ahead and give a thumbs up, man. So they would go out after they dipped the goat's hide in blood. They would go into villages where they would gently slap women and crop with the bloody goat's hide. The crops and the women. The women welcomed the slaps of goat strips because they believed it would make them fertile. And centuries later, Valentine's Day is celebrated all over the world. All over the world. In 1913, Hallmark cards produced the first Valentine's Day card. That was Hallmark that did that day. That was Hallmark that did that. They produced the first Valentine's Day card in 1913. A lot of damn things happened in that year, man. If you look at history, that's when they started to jack your behind up, man, with this de facto system. But that's another story.
Cool.
Now, today, modern Valentine's Day is celebrated with red crosses, chocolate, candlelit dinners. But even that's changing. Valentine's Day continues to evolve throughout the years, but with the same message of spreading love in many forms, they say. Now, the Roman backstory, right? Pagans worship the sun, and they use fire that wreaths, the circles, the pillars, the bells, and many items seen today as relics and rituals. Some of the early Romans' beliefs really came from the Greeks, from the Egyptians, from the pagans, and from Babel. But the central foundation of Rome's nationalism begins at Roma. Roma, right? The original name of the city and language of Proto-Empire. The Roman mythology began with two orphan children. I know you all, everyone on this call probably heard of these two men. Romulus and Remus, who were nurtured by a she-wolf. They were honored by a national day of purification involving a wolf. In Latin, lupus. Now, that preserved their lives, supposedly, this wolf. Each year on February the 15th, this purification festival was known as Lupercalia, or the Wolf Festival, in honor to these two children raised by a she-wolf. Two male youths representing Romulus and Remus ran around the city in the nude. I don't want you to believe me. Go and check this out for yourself. Laughing and whipping strips of wolf skin dipped in blood. Now, unmarried girls expose their preposterous to be lashed with these bloody wolf hides, believing that it would make them fertile. As part of the rituals, every eligible girl's name was collected and placed in a large vat or jar. And all the young men would draw a name from that damn jar. And whoever name they pull, they would go and beat them with the bloody wolf hide. This gave the phrase luck of the draw. That's what it came from. So whatever name a young man would draw out, that girl would be his consort in the festival. And this, my brothers and sisters, was a solemn religious process. I can't make this up, Sean Christian. Go and check it out for yourself. I can't make this up. Now, Lupercalia was a rename later as, you guessed it, Antoine Carter. It was renamed as Valentine's Day. And they moved it to the 14th after it was Christianized. See, they should have shunned the idolatry, but instead they adopted it into the new universal Catholic religion. By the way, the word Catholic means universal. Now, all behavior and symbols remain intact, but the reason the names were changed is to hide the origin from you innocent victims that practice it. Did you get us some candy, Sean? You give her a candlelight dinner, Sean? What about you, Antoine? See, we cannot change people by pointing out their faults. I understand that. We must show seeds of the range and show them the way. This is what we're doing. We're trying to show you the way. Whether you accept it or not, it's up to you. The name and the word are the highest of all knowledge, not Nimrod's world order. See, when you come into the land, let's get the book of Deuteronomy 18, verse 9. Someone grab that, man. Someone grab Deuteronomy 18, verse 9. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Hosea 4, verse 6. Where's Raymond, man? Raymond should be on here hearing this. Thumbs up as you come in the room, man. Thumbs up. Raymond needs to hear this, man. He needs to teach this to his wife.
Book of Deborim, Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 9. When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations.
Come on. We're not supposed to be doing these things, man. Did you hear that? We're not supposed to do what the nations do. From there, let's get Hosea 4, verse 6. And someone give me the book of Matthew 10 and 26. We're going to beat this thing into their head until they get it, man.
Book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of the Elohim, I will also forget thy children.
Come on. From there, Matthew 10 and 26. And you guys out there in YouTube land, you should be writing these precepts down because the Spirit is moving and you need to open your soul to receive it. Thumbs up as you come in the room. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Raymond really should be listening to this message, man. Someone got that, Matthew?
Come on.
Go ahead, King.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 26. Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known.
I made you something, man. All you understand of my voice, let me tell you something. Hey, Shalom, Sharon. Nice to see you on here. You're right, Sharon. They don't know anything about these holidays, and they don't want to listen. And even though they're learning, they're probably going to still do it. Now, I'll mention you something, man. All these pagan shrines are only about one thing, and that is sexual fertility. On the first Sunday of April in Kawasaki, Japan, a Shinto priest officiates in a festival called Kanamura, or also known as Penis Festival. Don't believe me. Ask some Japanese is willing to tell you the truth. I can't make this thing up. Ask one that's from there. Don't ask an American Japanese. He probably don't know. See, with the same kind of warm-hearted favor the Western world embraces Christmas and Santa Claus, who is essentially Nimrod. The Japanese culture celebrates sex. They don't tell you that, do you? They probably, damn, how a little Negro know that? He other way over there, and a Mexican, he know that. You'd be surprised by what Yahweh's men know. You're damn right I know. Now, anyone on the call from Japan, you stop me where I'm lying at. They have giant penises and vaginas are paraded through the streets and around Shinto shrines. You can't call me a liar, man. I done the research on this stuff. Now, at least 95% of the population in Shinto are Buddhists. Now, what the hell Buddhists supposed to be doing this for, man? They're supposed to be holy men. Like I said, all pagan shrines are only about one thing. That's sexual fertility. I dare anyone to disprove what I'm saying right now, man. I dare you. Matter of fact, I beg you to disprove what I'm saying. Stop me where I'm lying at. I've been telling people for years to stop me where I'm lying. No one's ever been able to come back and say, Tyler, Doc, you was lying. You know what they say, man? I checked it out and you was right. You damn right, man. Because I'm backed by the Most High, man. A lot of people get upset. They get mad. Why? Because I'm telling the truth. Have I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Yeah. I was talking to you, Shay, 24. Sharon, we only know you by Sharon. So At least 95% of the population is Shinto or Buddhist. And they view their behavior as completely normal. What's up with that? See, instead of feeling shame, they're profoundly gleeful about their behavior in these practices. The Western mind is appalled at such open debauchery. Yet they fail to see how they do the same thing with Christmas tree ornaments, tinsels, and wreaths. You're doing the same thing. See, these are these Christmas stains and all of this and so on and so forth. That's the Western version of penises. Don't you know the Christmas tree symbol represents a damn penis? Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, you know the obsolete represents a penis, don't you? If you don't know, you know now. The balls on the Christmas tree represents the testicles. The testicles. Semen is the tinsels and rice at the weddings. The vagina is represented by the wreaths displaying our debauchery on every door. That represents a woman's vagina, man. Wake up. And the trees on display in every window represents a penis in every window and the wreath on every door. That's fertility, man. I'm trying to get your minds right. Yahweh ordered us never to bring such abominations into our homes. Let's get the book of Deuteronomy, man. 7th chapter, verse 25 to 26, man. Hurry up, man. Deuteronomy 7:25 through 26. Yes, Sean, shocking, isn't it? You'll be astonished by what you thought you knew. Only on the outside, man, that haven't joined T-Dot, the true disciples of Christ. What are you waiting for? We tell the truth over here, man, despite who it may offend. If I offended you, I meant to.
It's the book of Deborim, Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 25 through 26. The graven images of their gods shall ye burn with fire.
See that?
Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them.
See that?
No.
We're not supposed to desire the silver, gold on these Christmas trees or any of that, man. Silver and gold, silver and gold. Them damn Christmas songs they put in these damn little cartoons for these children, man. These Christmas carols, Silent Night, Holy Night, around the young virgin mother and child. That's talking about Nimrod and his mother, and the child, Tammuz. That's all idolatry, folks. Go ahead, King.
Come, lest thou be snared therein, for it is an abomination to the supreme Elohim Yahweh. Verse 26. Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it. But thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing.
Khan, shalom. Shalom, Marcus Moore. We don't say hello over here, man, because hell is low. That's a lower level vibration. We say shalom, the official greeting of peace and goodbye. But it can't be no peace until we get rid of all this confusions and the hell lows. Hell is down there by Hades, the grave. We're up here close to Shemayim, the heavens. So we don't say hello, we say shalom. Now, December the 25th was originally the time of rebirth of all solar deities. The birth, essentially meaning nativity of the sun. Nimrod was defiled as the sun, which is why we see his ancient persona now called Santa. Santa's a representation of Nimrod, man. Santa flying around chimneys at this time around December the 25th. Nimrod was the first Superman. Did you guys get that? You didn't hear me? Nimrod was the first Superman,
Con.
becoming every sun deity. Krishna, Moloch, Apollo, Zeus, Woden, etc., etc., etc. See, our guilt remains if we claim we see, yet we fail to teach our children the truth. You understand what I'm talking about? Because you can't say you don't know after this, because I told you, don't believe me, go and research everything I'm saying. Check out everything I'm saying, man. I want you to prove me wrong. But if you don't teach this to your children, you're in error and you're going to be judged. Now, through us, our children will inherit the truth if we teach the truth. Or, if not, they're going to inherit the lies of their fathers to the third and fourth generation before the Most High that hate them. Nimrod started it all, man. All of this started with Nimrod. All ye Egyptology stuff and all that. This all started with Nimrod, man. It started in Babylon. You're irrational. You try to rationalize wrongdoing. It's a rational delusion. You better be obedient to the Most High's Torah, man. Because the Torah guides us in how to love him and how to love one another. This is why we can't, this is why a lot of people don't want us to use this Torah, man. Man, how come you can't explain it in your own words? No, we're going to use the Bible. No, I want you to explain it. No, we're going to use the Bible. And you see how this word be cutting them, man. They don't want to come back around when this word come out, man. Let's get Yachanan 14:21. If you love him, you're going to obey what he says. This is how we know most Eves, these off, man. They be lying. They don't love the Most High, man. Oh, I love Jesus. Ha! They're in church. Ha! Yeah, no, ha! Man, you're a damn lie. You don't mean nothing. You're saying that's an act. And the Most High is going to jack your behind up for that too, man. That's a friggin' act. Yachanan 14:21. John.
Book of Yachanan, chapter 14, verse 21. And it reads, He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me. And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father. And I will love him and will manifest myself to him.
Con, if you do what the Most High says, man, you're saved through the blood of Hamashiach Yahushua. You talking about you're saved. Not if you're not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You gotta obey this Torah, man. Let's get Malachi, man. 4:1-6. Malachi, 4th chapter, verse 1-6. It tells us to remember it, or else Yahweh will utterly lay waste the whole earth. Just prior to Hamashiach's second return, man. Why is the dragon enraged, man?
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 1.
Let's just read the 6th verse. Let's just read the 6th verse.
Verse 6. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse.
So if you don't get it right, man, if you don't get it right, Eve, the Most High is going to come and destroy this thing, man. The heart of the children's got to be turned to the fathers, man, not the mothers, according to the Most High, man. The man had to put this thing right. Now, you can like that, understand it, believe it or not, man. I didn't say that. Get mad with the Most High. Don't get mad with Tazadok, man. I'm just a messenger. I'm just dispatching information. Or the Most High would kill me. Let's get the book of Revelations, man, 12:17. Revelations 12:17. And someone get Revelations 22, 14 through 15. Blessed are those that keep his commandments.
Book of Revelations, chapter 12, verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman.
Yeah, they wroth. Hashaitan is wroth with the nation of Israel. The woman represents the nation of Yasha Allah. Read.
And went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
See that? Read on.
She keep the commandments of Yah and have the testimony of a Mashiach Yahushua.
So Satan's not worried about you that don't keep the commandments. He already got you. He wants the people that's keeping the law. If you're not keeping the law, Satan already got you in his hip pocket. He's not thinking about you. He's not thinking about Bobo out in the trap. He already got Bobo. He already got Shanae. He already got Jeanette with her 5 men. Satan got them in his hip pocket, man. They got demons on them. From there, let's get Revelations 22, 14 through 15, man. Better keep these commandments, man.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city.
Come on. Read on. Verse 15.
For without are dogs
Yeah, but outside are the dogs. Read on.
and sorcerers,
So the Most High called them dogs, Malakah, and the people involved in witchcraft. Read on.
and whoremongers,
Uh-huh.
and murderers,
They enchant peoples with drugs. Read on.
and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
Yeah, they love falsehood, man. They love lies. They love things like Valentine's Day, man. Let me ask you something. Sharon or Shay 24. I don't even know if her name is really Sharon, man. Maybe it's Shay 24. I don't know. Let me ask Marcus Moore. Sharon, Shay 24. Curefoot. If you are a Christian or if you are an Israelite, should you celebrate February the 14th as Valentine's Day? Should you? Let's get First Yochanan 2:15 through 17. I'd like an answer from one of the three. Marty, you still there? You fell asleep on us, man. Marty,
There you
go.
Khan, I'm here, Khan.
So we got that First Yochanan, man.
Yep, book of First Yochanan, chapter 2, verse 15 through 17. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
Valentine's Day, Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, All Hallows Eve, and so on and so forth. Don't love these things in the world. Democrats, Republic, don't love these things of the world. Read on.
If any man love the world,
If any man love the things of this world, read on.
the love of the Father is not in him.
You hate the Most High if you love this world. You hate the Most High if you love this world. Love of the Father's not in you, man. That's why you so angry and mad, man. You worse than the damn mad rapper.
For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world.
Con. See, Valentine's Day is a worldly holiday essentially built upon lust of the eyes and the pride of life. Like Yashabim just read. It will pass away. It's not an Israelite holy day. The true origin of Valentine's Day is outside of the Bible. You understand? This is man-made, man. All you Israelites, all you Christians may be tempted to compromise. You got to ask yourself this, right? You want to compromise this, man, try and justify it? Ask yourself if the origins of Valentine's Day are biblical or pagan. That's what I want you to ask yourself. Stay woke. Birthdays are evil. Go and watch my video on it.
Verse 17. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of Yah abideth forever.
I'm going to paste something from the World Book Encyclopedia. I would like someone to read it. I'm going to post it in the room. This comes from the World Book Encyclopedia, volume 19, 1966, page 205 and page 206. I'm going to post it in the room so everyone can see it. If I could get one of you to kindly read that. It is posted by the Deprogram Enlightener and the True Disciples of Christ.
Meaning to the pagan festival. In 496, Pope Gelasius changed the Lupercalia festival of February 15th to St. Valentine's Day, February 14th. But the sentimental meaning of the old festival has remained to the present time. Historians disagree about the identity of St. Valentine.
I think there's some more to it there.
Even the Old World Book Encyclopedia, Valentine's Day, Volume 19, 1966, pages 205 to 206, states, the customs of the day have nothing to do with the lives of the saints. They probably come from an ancient Roman festival called Lupercalia, which took place every February 15th. The festival honored Juno, the Roman goddess of woman and marriage, and Pan, the god of nature. The Romans celebrated their feast of Lupercalia as a lovers' festival for young people. Young men and women chose partners for the festival by drawing names from a box. After the spread of Christianity, churchmen tried to give Christian meaning to pagan.
You pulled it up, Benign?
No, I'm just reading along what you posted.
Oh, all right. That was wondering where he stopped, man. I mean, yeah, all right. I got one more on this definition of Lupercalia. Go ahead.
Christian meaning to pagan festival. In 496, Pope Gelasius changed the Lupercalia festival of February 15th to St. Valentine's Day, February 14th.
See that? Now, you know I'm not making it up. You see right there's in the World Book Encyclopedia. I said that at the inception of this thing.
Come on. But the sentimental meaning of the old festival has remained.
And here's the meaning from that same World Book Encyclopedia of Lupercalia.
Lupercalia was celebrated on February 15th in honor of Phanes, a rural Italian god. Phanes was later identified with Pan, the god of herds and fertility. Priest ran around striking all the women.
See that? You see how they make this thing up? He was swiping them with the goat hide or the wolf's hide. The goat hide or the she-wolf hide. That's what's going on, man. That's what's going on, man. This is you doing. See, the pagans named Cupid. Cupid was a supposed son, as I stated earlier, of Mercury and Venus. Now, Cupid was also involved. So according to pagan mythology, anyone being hit by Cupid's arrow falls in love with the first person he or she sees. Now, if a man is hit with Cupid's arrow, what they say is a man will fall in love with another man. You didn't hear me?
Oh, that's
not the first woman that he sees. or the first man that she sees, but the first person that he sees.
Yeah, that's BS.
Cupid, pull back your bow and let your arrow go. Damn. First person you see might be a 500-pound man, and you're a man. How you gonna deal with that? How you gonna work out with that? That's what they said, Marty. The first person that they see. That's what they say, Marty. I'm just giving people the history on this thing, man.
If the truth is the truth, God. That's what's up. You have never not told the truth, so they better believe it, because it's usually, no, it is always the truth. Because it is.
So, this is what they said, man. Now, the church replaced elements of these various love gods. Juno, you understand? Phorbata, Eros, Cupid, Kama, Pyrrhus. They replaced all of these love gods with one named Saint Valentine as an imaginary Christian. Now, a number of these contradictory biographies was created by him, by taking over some of the futures of the pagan gods and goddesses. Saint Valentine became the patron saint of love. Saint Valentine's Day can be traced back to Lupercalia, the Roman festival of sex license. Saint Valentine and Valentine's. I can't make this thing up. Now, I want you to notice that the Roman Catholics teach that the roots of St. Valentine's Day lie in ancient Roman festivals of Lupercalia, which was actually created on February the 15th. So for 800 years, the Romans had actually dedicated this day to the god Lupercus. Don't believe me? Go and define Lupercus. On Lupercalia, a young man would draw the name of a young woman, as I stated before, in a lottery, and would then keep that woman as a sexual companion for the year. That's the origin of St. Valentine's Day. So you women still want that? What if it was a man that you didn't like? He would just draw your damn name from a drawer, and then he would keep you for a year and then cash your ass away when he was sexually done with you. Still like Valentine's Day? I'm hitting you with something, though. It's of interest to note that some of the Catholic sources state that the Catholic Church no longer officially honors St. Valentine. But the holiday has both Rome and Catholic roots. Now, does Valentine's Day sound like a holy festival to you, Yashabin? Does it sound like a holy festival to you, Malachi? Or a pagan holiday of lust? What does it sound like? Anyone ever hear the feast of Lupercus? No? Nobody heard of the Feast of Lupercus? The Feast of Lupercus was the first interpretation as this celebration originating as a pagan tradition in the 3rd century. Now, during this time, whole roads, herds and herds of hungry wolves roam outside of Rome where shepherds kept their flock. The god Lupercus was said to watch over the shepherds and their flocks and keep them from the wolves. Now, every February, the Romans celebrated a feast called Lupercalia in honor to Lupercus, so that no harm would come to the shepherds and their flocks. Now, also during this Lupercalia, but in honor to the goddess Juno, the names of the young women were put in a box, and the names was joined by lock. The boys and girls were matched, would be considered partners, sexual partners for the year, which began in March. And so this celebration continued long after wolves were no longer a problem in Rome. St. Valentine's Day, as Christianity became more prevalent, priests attempted to replace the old heathen practice. So to Christianize the ancient pagan celebration of the feast of Lupercalia, the church officials changed the name to St. Valentine's Day. That's how they pull the wool over your eyes, to give the celebration further meaning and eliminate the pagan traditions. See how they work? You see how the devil works, man?
All bad, Khan, all bad.
Come on. That's how the damn devil works, man. And they got Eve and Adam out here celebrating this damn nonsense, man. And she gets mad when he doesn't want to participate in it. Not doing that, it's all paganistic, Marty. It's all evil. It's evil, man. It is wicked as hell. It's wicked. It's wicked, man. So, again, on St. Valentine's Day, the priest placed saints' names into an urn or a box. The young people then drew a name from the container, and the following year, the youth was supposed to emulate the life of the saint whose name he had drawn. That was another practice they took. So by the 14th century, they reverted back to the use of the girl's name. They stopped using the priest's name. You see that? Now, why the hell you think this stuff is going on in the Roman Catholic Church with these damn priests touching these altar boys? The boys was putting their damn names in a box and drawing out a priest.
Exactly.
Why do you think this stuff is still going on, man? Catholic, huh? And so by the 14th century, they reverted back to using the girl's name. In the 16th century, they once again tried to have saintly Valentines, but it was unsuccessful as the first attempt was. Now, it can't be provided or proved historically. There were 7 men named Valentine who were honored with feasts on February the 14th. Now, of these men, 2 stories link incidents that could have given our present day to St. Valentine's on February the 14th, the day the birds began to mate. See, the Europeans also believed that on February the 14th, the birds began to choose their mates. In fact, in his Parliament of Faroes wrote, "For this was St. Valentine's Day, when every fowl cometh there to choose his mate." The tradition of birds choosing their mates on Valentine's Day led to the ideas that boys and girls would do the same. That's why I got it from. See, now when a youth drew a girl's name, he wrote it on his sleeve and then attended and protected her during the following year. This made the girl his Valentine's. This is why that damn slogan come from, "Be my Valentine." You don't know what the hell you're saying. This made the girl his Valentine, and they exchanged love tokens throughout the year. Later on, this was actually changed to only men giving love tokens to females. This is how you start giving this damn stuff to females. See, you know what my understanding? Usually, without the names being signed with St. Valentine's love. And later in France, both sexes drew from the Valentine's box. A book called A Travels in England, written in 1698, gives an account of how it was done. I'm giving you the right knowledge on it, man. You're going to check it out for yourselves, man. Go and check it out for yourselves. On St. Valentine's Eve, an equal number of maids and bachelors get together, each write their true or some friend's name upon a separate billet, which they roll up and they draw by way of lot. The maids taking the men's billet and the men's taking the maid's billet. So each of these young men lights upon the girl that he calls his Valentine, and each of the girls upon the men which she call hers. And so by this means each has two Valentines. You see that? Each of them had two. So this was an orgy, man. Each of them had two Valentines, but the man sticks faster to the Valentines that is fallen to him than to the Valentines to whom he's fallen. The fortune having thus divided the company into so many couples, the Valentines give balls and treat to their mistresses. They wear their billet, and several days upon their bosoms are their sleeves. And this little sport often ends in love. Love is a milder word for sex. This ceremony is actually practiced differently in different countries. And according to the freedom of severity of Madame Valentine, this is another kind of Valentine, which is the first young man or woman, that crosses your path in the street. You take them. You take them for sex. This is what you're celebrating today. This is what women are getting so angry about when the man doesn't give her a Valentine's Day gift, don't give her chocolate.
Wow.
This is what you're getting. Go ahead, Marty.
God, it's almost like a nightmare, something that people have been dealing with all their life and never knew the knowledge that you bringing forth. It makes you almost feel like a victim of them ongoing. They're always on us, even as simple as Valentine's Day. We're always being preyed upon by them, even like that Valentine.
See, the root of Valentine's Day can be traced back to the pagan festival of the 3rd century in Rome. February the 14th was set aside as a day to honor the goddess Juno. Does anyone know another name for the goddess Juno? The goddess Juno was a queen of heaven mentioned in the Bible. That's the goddess Juno. A Roman gods and goddesses who was the goddesses of women in marriage, the goddess Juno. And this was also the eve of the festival of the Lupercalia. See, Juno was the queen of heaven and the wife of Jupiter, aka Zeus. The ancient Greek called Hera. If you doubt it, you know how I got that research? World Book Encyclopedia, volume 11, page 19. Produced in 1966, page 162 through 63. Tells you that that Juno was a queen of heaven. It's all there, man. You just gotta go looking for it. It's all there. This is the information age, and you're still stupid. What does the Most High say about that thing? Let's get it. Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 18 through 20. The woman made dough for the Juno. Woman made bread for Juno. Let's get it, man. It's all in the Bible, man. Jeremiah 7, 18 through 20. I'm not going to be much longer, man. Might get stronger, but not much longer, Mark. Then it fell asleep, man. Thumbs up as you come in the room, man.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 18. The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire.
So the children went and got wood. The fathers kindled the fire. What was the women doing? Read on.
And the women knead their dough.
The women made their dough. Go ahead, read.
To make cakes for the queen of heaven.
Why did they make the cakes? The cakes was round, man. Because a round cake symbolized the moon. They was worshiping the queen of heaven. Semiramis, a.k.a. Juno. You see that? And her husband was Jupiter, a.k.a. Zeus, a.k.a. Nimrod. Go ahead, read.
And to pour out drink offerings unto other gods, that they may provoke me to anger.
So they do not provoke themselves to anger. They provoke the Most High to anger. From there, let's get Jeremiah 44, 25 through 28. They do not provoke themselves to shame of their own faces. Yeah, they do. Jeremiah 44, 25 through 28. The Most High is not happy that people wanted to worship the Queen of Heaven. He's going to punish you for that thing, man. You better get your minds right.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 44, verse 25. Thus saith the Elohim of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, saying, ye and your wives have both spoken with your mouths, and filled with your hands, saying, we will surely perform our vows that we have vowed, to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her. Ye will surely accomplish your
And what they say, Malachi? Pour out a little liquor, huh? Don't you know that comes from worshiping the Queen of Heaven? You got Negroes that, they sit on the corner, yo, let me pour out a little liquor for my dead homie. That came from the Queen of Heaven, man. That came from the worship of the Queen of Heaven. Damn shame, man. It's not it. And you know if it's a damn shame to me, you know what it is to Yashibin. It's a GD shame. Go ahead, man. Read.
Ye shall surely accomplish your vows, and surely perform your vows. Therefore hear ye the word of the Most High, all Judah that dwell in the land of Egypt. Behold, I have sworn by my great name, saith the Most High, that my name shall no more be named in the mouth of any man of Judah and all the land of Egypt, saying, the Elohim Yahweh liveth. Behold, I will watch over them for evil and not for good. And all the men of Judah that are in the land of Egypt shall be consumed by the sword and by the famine, until there be an end of them.
Con. Minus this, what, hour break or so? I've been in front of this computer, man, for about 12 hours, man. Well, 12. We're going to go ahead and open it up, man. Give folks the opportunity to come in the room. There's a link. Anyone got any question about anything that was brought out? Now's the time to ask your question. And you shall know the truth, and the truth will make you mad, then make you free. This is the Truth Hour. This is the Truth Show. Any questions? The link is in the room. Anyone that want to come in the room and ask the question, anything that you may have in doubt, anything that you have in opposition, links in the room. Come on in. Play like Price is Right and come on down. You're the first contestants on the True Disciples of Christ Truth Show. No questions? What did it do, Marty?
Is there no one else?
A lot of information, Marty. A lot of information, Marty. I hope your pebble was listening, Marty. 'Cause your pebble just got hit with a rock.
You know, Khan,
We hit
they're
pebbles with a rock.
listening because they asked me, oh, no sweets, no candy, and they know damn well it's none, you know. Now they got the information that should wake them up. Everybody, a lot of people throw that damn candy in the garbage and throw them flowers out the window.
The chocolate hearts, man. I mean, that's representing the leaf, man. With the arrow through it, man. It's all paganistic. Every single bit of it. It's all paganistic. And the reason that Claudius II didn't want those people to get married, because Claudius was into that alternative lifestyle. He castrated the young man and had the young man's heart sent to the woman in a box. And that's where that origin of sending chocolate to someone in a box came from.
And these characters is around here buying candy in boxes. That's why half of them ain't on the call right now, Con, because they'll get holding.
They're having that Valentine's Day sex, man.
Holding hands right now. Look. What'd you say, Con, before? Quit holding the hand. Stop that shit, you know.
And they're having that Valentine's Day sex, Marty. That damn house smell like prostitution, man.
But you know what, Con? That's really serious shit what you did got finished saying, because that just shows people we are always being preyed upon, and these dumb, well, I'm gonna be cool. These people that you edify, look how deep it runs, even as minor as you think Valentine's Day, because half of them right now are not on the call because they're over there holding hands and hugged up with the flowers and the candy and stuff. Throw the damn candy in the garbage, throw flowers out the window right now. It's your first step. I don't even care if they get mad. Cause
get mad, man. Let them get mad, Morty. Let them go ahead and get mad, man.
I told my
we don't really care.
Well, with the time on the clock, I think it's past the chocolate phase. I think they're at the phase where they're wondering why their girl tastes different.
They lollipopping right now, Malachi. You know, because they are lolly. Need to stop that shit, man. Really do.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, Marty. Tonight, man, they're as happy as a homosexual in jail.
And they doing it right now, talking about, oh, why wasn't you on the call or you on the channel last night? They was all wrapped up celebrating one of the worst holidays. That just show is simple and is in this line is Valentine's Day. They are praying on us all the time. That's why they need salvation and they need to be edified. And when they don't come to Bible study, I'm talking about our brothers, and they don't become secure party creditors, I mean, that's on them. But as you said, everybody is going to be responsible for doing it. And see, when you celebrating Valentine's Day, you think that's nothing, and you're screwing up right then. You're over there doing something that's going to get you punished by the Most High, and you might get Most High might put you to death for some things, you know.
It's Salakia, Marty. Shay, 24. Yeah, you're right. You are right. We're joined by our emotions as children, as we're trained to participate in these things with no understanding. But what about now, Shay? What about now that we just brought out the truth? Someone give me the book of Romans, man. Romans, the first chapter, where it says to know, I think it's around verse 28, 29, to know the judgment of the Most High. No, it's verse 30 or 31. Is worthy of death. If you know something and you still do wrong, scriptures say you're worthy of death. So they no longer get a pass with the Most High once you know.
Khan, how do that candy taste now? I bet you it don't taste the same with the right knowledge.
Hey, man, It was sweet in their mouth, Marty, but now it's bitter in their stomach.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 32. Who know the judgment of Yahweh, that they which commit such things are worthy of death.
See that? Most High say they're worthy of death. So if you know right, we read it earlier, man. To do good and not do it, it is sin. And you're worthy of death. Truth is all here, man. What you got, Devon? Come on in, Shay Shay. Come on in, Devon.
Hey, as Shay said, you really throw that candy away now. You really
I don't
throw
think Shay Shay's into that, man.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't think she's into that. You know, just based on her message that she put out earlier. She said they're all paganistic. Hopefully she's not in it. Shay Shay, you're not doing that, are you? What about you, Devon? Devon, you talking that talk, man. I hope you ain't got your girl a big ass box of chocolate with a damn red ribbon on it. Negroes come on here and try and talk, right? And they put on them pink panties when they go over and they go. She make the guys put on damn pink Speedos.
Hey, don't get mad at the Kahan. You know, they really mad at the Most High for telling them the truth. Don't get mad at us.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, this is serious stuff, though, man. People keep doing that shit, and they don't realize what they're doing. You know, you got to stop doing that kind of shit, man. That's why they ain't on the call right now, Khan. They're over there holding hands, wrapped up, they're popping bombs and little incidentals in their mind. You dumb Negro, stop doing it every time, you know.
I wonder where the rest of T-Doc at.
Quiet as church mouse, Joshua. Man, look at them, quiet as can be, and then they don't want to say nothing because then they want me to be like, oh, you listen at the Kahan and Yashubim and Marty Moore and Malachi, but not, well, you go over there and be with them. These some scary ass people, man.
Sean Christian, come on in here. What you got, man? I know you got a question, man. You was putting a lot of comments in the room, man. Come on in here, Sean Christian.
Man, what's our number one moderator? Intelligence officer, top flight security. So where's our number one moderator? Intelligence officer, top flight security. Yeah.
A lot of people is on the watch now. Yashubim over there doing what they do over there, man. Lollipopping and stuff. Where we up on it.
Yeah, man.
Mad at the Khan. Don't get mad at the Khan for telling the truth. You know, just because he told you the truth, you need to stop doing it.
Khan.
There you go.
And they won't come on here, man. What's wrong with him, Marty? You won't come on. Sean, I know you got something, man. Shay, I know you got something, but you're afraid they're gonna attack you again. Guess that's a little bit understandable. Who else was saying something over there? There's one more of them over there talking a lot. Devon. Jerusalem Library. Sean, let me post the link one more time, man. They won't come in and say nothing, man. What's up with them, man?
I mean, you know, they get mad at you. I mean, why get mad at the Khan? Just because he told you the truth, do you want to know the truth or not? Some people don't want to know the truth, huh? That always gets me, man. You want to know if you're walking off a cliff when you don't want nobody to say, oh, it's a cliff right there. That's essentially what he's saying. Just because it's not literally doing it, it is actually the same thing.
Come on.
The phlebotomy of the mind. You got to
Yeah, man.
be mad at you, Kahani. You didn't even do anything. Tell them the
Hey,
truth.
man, don't get mad at me, man. Get mad with the Most High, man.
Yeah, that's who they really mad at the Most High. They don't even know it. Either you believe or you don't believe. Do you believe? Either you do or you don't. There is no gray area. Con, you always say either you're all right or you're all wrong. I insist that you have never given me any incorrect information. So it is essentially walking off a cliff. He just told you. He just told you. And you're mad at the Khan, and you're really mad at the Most High because they are.
Man, where you at, Roscoe? Terrence from Texas. I spoke to you earlier.
Who? Terrence from Texas?
Yeah,
Where's he at?
man.
3 feet.
Supposed to be like -8 degrees tomorrow over there where he's at. He said the birds are flopping down. I know he at the house.
Man, why is it so cold in Texas? I didn't know it get that cold in Texas.
Me either. Tripping me out.
That's unusual.
He said the birds are dying, not even caring if they come in harm's way. Walk right by them, they won't even fly away because it's so cold. Where
It's been
he's
like-
at anyway.
It's been real cold down here too. Usually around this time it starts to heat up. It's been like 30 degrees every day, cold and raining.
It's February, though. Huh? It's the dead of winter.
Yeah. It'll warm up at the end of February.
True, true.
Yeah, man. So ain't nobody coming in, huh? Wow.
Yeah, they over there acting soft as bed sheets right now. The bed sheets.
Hey, Devon, man, what you got, man? Put that candy down, baby. Stop stunting, Devon, man. You're not
Put
in
it
that
down.
talk, man. Stop stunting, Devon.
Stop doing it.
You bought that girl all that candy, man. All them hearts, man. That heart candy with them hearts, with them little Valentine slogans on it. Devon, your truck smells like prostitution, man. Coming on the score, man. Yeah, cut their spirit, man. They don't want nothing, man. They don't want to learn. Yeah, I mean, this fire had, they listen to it, get off the core, go right back to the same old thing. This is supposed to change them, man. It's supposed to produce a change in you.
All of this information is about something. It is just either you believe in the Most High or you don't. Just because you don't want to hear it and you want to do what you want to do.
Hey, Shay, hold on. Shay, come on here and talk that talk, man. See,
Yeah.
they shouldn't have done Shay like that, man. They got her afraid to come on and speak now. Devon, he used to come on. You know he got to be with someone, man. Devon usually come on, man. He be talking that talk, man. Last few times we couldn't even get him to come on, man.
He done got caught up, huh?
We're going to make you famous, Devon.
Someone done snatched up Devon.
You know, the women tell him, you better not talk to Tazi Doc. I better not catch you talking to him. They be telling them that.
What are you talking about, Shay? Absolutely not. I'm giving up on Shay, man. She ain't coming on here. Devon, come on, man. What you got, man? Oh, he laughing. He put a damn happy face with tears there.
Yeah, maybe because he can't talk, boy. If he open his mouth, you gonna hear him talking. See, you know what's up.
Yeah, man. Sounds funny, Marty, but you're right, man. That's spot on, man.
Oof.
You know good and well. Oh, go
Where's
ahead.
Raymond, man? What the hell's going on with Raymond, man?
It's my brother, but maybe Raymond, what kind of candy did he get? You know, he got a box of candy. Sorry, brother Raymond, but you know, I'm just telling the truth. You know,
Raymond couldn't get off to celebrate. No, I hope Raymond's not doing that, man.
No, it ain't. Don't say sorry, Marty. Forgive me.
okay, that's lock it. Forgive me, but okay, no candy.
Well,
But
Devon said she pushed him. See, we called him right. We call him right, man.
don't come over here whispering either. Speak up, because we know what that is.
He said she pushed him, man.
If he tell him don't talk to Tazi, I better not get you talking to him. I told you, they told him that I got friends that say, don't talk to Marty Ma. I don't want you talking to him. I don't do a damn thing.
Yeah, you know why, Marty? Because they recognize you as real, man. They don't want that strength to get in that man. Because they know it's going to mess her game. She knows it's going to mess her game up.
Yep.
They don't want her acting like a real man.
Con.
Damn, why you had to go and listen to them, man? I don't want you listening to T-Dot no more.
Well, then it essentially goes down to, just like you said, it is essentially the same thing. Don't, if you catch them stumbling off a cliff or falling off the deep end, well, I mean, you didn't want me to save you before, because either you believe in the Most High's word or not. So if the Most High said, this is what's up,
Come.
I insist that's what's up. One of my little pebbles told me that that Tati Dot is mean.
Mm-hmm.
She said, but she listen at you all the time. She's always listening at you. You see what I mean?
Yeah, they listen for a distance because they acknowledge the truth, but they can't embrace that fiery spirit.
She has the knowledge she has because of you. Because she does. She listens at you all the time. I'm the one who told her about listening to you. And she asked me, oh, did you get any candy or anything? I looked at her, I said, did you get any last year? I mean, what's wrong with you? I mean, I'm not going to do, she already knew I don't do it, but where's our other brothers at? You know.
Yeah, Devon really can't come on the call, man. This female really got him in check.
Don't come on here whispering either.
Say it ain't so, Devon. Say it ain't so. Man. Not you too. You know they got all the real ones locked up. Not you too. You done locked down.
Said, don't listen to Yasha Beam either. Don't better not catch you listening to that Yasha Beam.
he said he eating her Whoppers. Oh, you suck. You done sold out. You done got wooed to the other side.
Yep.
And all that stuff is poison for your body anyway, man. All that sugar.
It's true, man.
Processed stuff. Tastes good in your mouth, man, but it's taking a life away from you. Not only spiritually, but biologically as well. The same thing, the way you defiling your spirit, you defiling your body with all that candy. So go ahead and pick your poison. Hearts, Whoppers, Skittles, Twix, whatever you want to call them. Jujubes, Gobstoppers, Jawbreakers.
Thought he meant Whopper like the cheeseburger.
So Yasha Beam, most of the people on the call is because you and the Khan, the Naya, Melak, all the brothers and stuff have contributed to them in some way. And then, as soon as they get over here, now this is a dead giveaway. Valentine's Day, everybody shut down, man, like a vault door, you know.
Yeah.
Stop doing it. Yep, can't talk. Unbelievable.
Hey, careful. It's the same exact thing. Candy is nothing but sweet crack. That's wild. Dang, Devon. It's easy. Simping. It's the easy way out. But to remain strong up here and in your body, now that's not easy. But that's the path that provides the best type of life. And your woman will be pressing you too. You know how to get with them dang on attitudes, looking at you with them eyes. You better keep it moving. Keep it moving. Stay strong, brothers. Stay in this word. You be all right.
I don't think they take it serious as a beam. Everything you guys bring out is serious information. I took it very serious, man. That's scary about Valentine's Day. People need to really understand that it's maybe something they absolutely should take serious. You know? These brothers, I'm shocked. I don't know what's going on. I mean, no one wants to, just knew someone was going to say something, man. That's valuable information.
I see Raymond. I guess Raymond finished celebrating that Valentine stuff with his wife. And then he turned it.
we stirred him up.
Sounds like he got a piece of damn chocolate candy in his mouth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Like, and I hear Nat King Cole singing in the background. Hey, there's
Yeah, I had to get
Sharon.
all of them.
Sharon right there. Shalom, Sharon. Shalom, sister.
Hey, Raymond, you brought a lot of noise in with you. Raymond, you got to turn that Nat King Cole down.
That's
That
all right.
That chestnut's playing, burning on an open fire. I can hear it in the background.
They roasting on open fire. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. All right, now I'm good. Yeah, I had to get all of the chestnuts on the roasting fire and everything. And plus, I was still tested.
That Valentine
anyway,
came
Shalom, brothers.
COD.
Shalom,
Man,
Sharon.
I ate that
Shalom,
Valentine candy
sister.
so long ago.
Yeah.
Raymond, you still have a lot of background noise, huh?
Oh, really? Is that me? Hold on, let me.
Or is that you, Sharon?
No, I have no background noise. But I did want to say I appreciate Tazadak this panel bringing all this information out. I started to learn different things probably about, I want to say probably 2011, but I didn't know how deep the rabbit hole actually ran with a lot of this. Um, I found out a lot of stuff through the encyclopedia about like the Christmas and things of that nature. So, and I'm guilty of teaching my children about these holidays because they were taught to me, learned them in school, and the tradition goes on, but the tradition of ignorance definitely needs to be stopped. So, I'm no longer participating in those kinds of things, but now I have to teach my children no longer to participate in those things. So what I did was send them the first video that I saw you do maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I think that was around Christmas or New Year's. That's it.
Sister Khan.
That's not me with that background noise. Uh,
Yeah, Sharon, I told you we need you as a female guest to come on Tuesday night on Real Men and Women That Love Them Talking That Talk. We try to have a female guest on there every Tuesday at 9:30. Last week, who do we have? Hope. We had Hope. The week before that, we had Chanel and Dominique and Malachi's wife. So, whatever subject matter that you have, you could you could talk about that. It won't be like the last time when people just like utterly lost control, man. They got out of hand.
Thank you for the invitation. Let me see too.
Shockproof. Wasn't Shockproof? Weren't you supposed to be on a webinar or something? I seen that you had paid for something or something, man. It must not be under that name, but I seen that Shockproof or something pop up in one of the emails. It might have been the free one. Pardon me, Sharon or Shay 24.
Shay 24 is my screen name because the first time I got on, I had my so-called legal name up there on the screen, and I started to think, well, maybe that's not such a good idea. So I changed that. I took that down.
But it's showing right now. You should probably change it again.
That's because I logged in underneath my old email address, which is my name. So when I logged in underneath that address, it was the only way for me to get in because I'm using my cell phone. I'm not on my laptop. I'm not at home. I'm at work. But yeah, so I just kind of took that down because I was like, plastering my whole name out there, like that's my real name. And so I just thought maybe that wasn't a good idea to do. So I had a second guess about that.
We really want you to come on Tuesday nights, Sharon, because we thought you were very intellectual in the presentation, and we think you would really be an asset to that format. So if you
I thank you so much. I kind of pulled back because it felt like Water Roses. It felt more like a battle, and not just when I got off. I got off feeling really heavy, and I really didn't like that. So, kind of just stayed back. I tune in, I listen. One of the things that actually drew me to this channel was what Tazadak does with everyone, like the classes he have coming up, and then I happened to catch it that first day where it wasn't talking about that. So I ended up getting on and we were talking about other things, but that's how I really was introduced to Tazadak and his show through a brother named King, who actually was teaching me about secure party creditor.
King?
Ties toward him. So
What was this? King what?
his I just know him by King. I think his real name is George Moore.
Yeah, that sounds very familiar.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. I remember him.
Yes, that's how.
I actually done his packet for him and his
Yeah,
rep.
he told me, and I met him through my brother. So
Yeah, I don't know that they ever got it right though.
well, I don't know. I mean, he had.
Yeah, he was still struggling with his packet. Him and his wife. This is like 2017, somewhere around there.
Oh, okay. So what ended up happening, and I think about a month into us getting together and going over stuff, he didn't show up for the next meeting. And I couldn't reach him by phone. Later found out that he got arrested. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But that's how I came into the knowledge of this channel. So
Yeah, but do you know if he ever got out? Because I haven't heard from him in a minute.
I don't think he did. It's been a while. And every time I plan to try to get up there, I always have something else going on that I've been dealing with. But I think probably next week I'm gonna check and see if he's still there. If he is, I am gonna go see him to see what happened.
Where's his rib?
I don't know. I never met her.
Yeah, because when I had done that it was done for both of them.
From what he told me,
yeah,
a lot of things went real well. They got his mother a house. A lot of things went well, but I think after things got in order with them, she started pulling away. So he was dealing with that when I met him.
Yeah, I had the when I would call to talk to him, she used to always trying to get on the phone. So I would tell him, listen, man, like when I call, I need to talk to you. I don't want to talk to your wife because she's married. She shouldn't be. No, she used to be trying to call. I was like, yo, where's your husband? She's like, yo, he told me, no, I ain't talking to you. I need to talk to your husband. I didn't like that about her spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And she got kind of offended, but I really didn't care. And so he told her, but I kind of sensed that something wasn't quite right there. Because she was always trying to call. Like she was trying to take charge. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And the brother was like, okay, yeah, man, I'll talk to her, whatever. I was like, yo, man, don't let. Then he was like, well, she and I are going to call you. Like she always wanted to be on the phone or something like that. Right? And so I wasn't really feeling that. I was like, yo, you can't talk to me, man, unless your husband's on the phone. He needs to be there because that's out of order.
Right. Yeah. So he was, I don't know. I think they were on the verge. I think she was trying to push him out of her life, basically. At that point, she pretty much got what she wanted. And
wow.
Yeah. Sometimes people do stuff like that. It's not right, but
no, that's not people, that's women.
Women ain't the only people that do stuff like that. You guys,
I didn't say only, but that's a woman.
That's not every woman though.
I didn't say every.
That's
a woman.
I know you didn't say that.
I know what they want, and then it's like, what else?
What I am saying is that, when you're dealing with people and they're not in the right spirit, this is what happens. I deal with people all the time, and even in friendships, you think you have friends with people, and you find out that they only hang around you because they want something. So it's important for us to be able to get around people with the right spirit. That's so important.
You know what he got knocked for?
No, I don't. I'm thinking it might be I don't know. I can't testify.
He was dealing with a situation. I can't remember, man. He was dealing with a situation. There was a reason that he needed that done. Okay. He was dealing with a situation like long before that. And it was a problem for him even getting it, man. Because, it was sent. He didn't get it. Like I sent it again. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Then he had to change information. It was like a lot of stuff going on with him, man.
I'm going to try to find out because based on his last name, I'm in Albany, New York. And they are not like Nassau County where you can go up there and see a person at a visiting time. They have different times. So based on his name, I and I'm working also. So you have to be there a certain time when they're dealing with that alphabet for that hour. And I'm going to try and make it my business to go and see what's going on with them between now and next Thursday.
That brother couldn't have been locked up that long unless it was something very serious.
No, I don't know.
That was a minute ago when I talked to him. I mean,
No.
at least 3 years.
No, because he was at my place. He was teaching me and my friend Dominique. So we met the first time at my place because I met him through my brother. And I'm thinking this had to be around October. It had to be around October when he got locked up.
What do you mean this past lock? Oh, so
Yeah.
that was something different. Yeah, that was something different then.
So
Yeah,
I don't know
something
if it has something to do with his paperwork because I know he was supposed to get some vehicles. So I know he's supposed to get a vehicle through the secure party creditor. And I'm not sure if something went. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know if it had something to do with, because if you don't do this thing the correct way, if you put information down that's not needed, it can mess your whole game up. And so the next thing you know, you're in trouble. So I'm not really sure what it was about. I don't know if it was a fight, but he was real calm, cool brother. I had a lot of respect for him. And I couldn't even wrap my head around him being locked up because he knew his information. He would walk around with his stuff. So, and he was teaching people. He was sharing his knowledge. That's how we end up meeting each other because I was already seeking knowledge, and my brother knew that. So he was like, "Yo, you need to meet my sister." And so yeah, we end up meeting. And
what's your brother's name?
my youngest brother is Lafayette.
Oh, I don't know him.
You don't know him, but I know you know King. That's how I found out about you.
Sister, but you know, we get the correct information from the Kahan, and a lot of people. The reason why we direct them back to the Kahan, because if you're like fairly new and knowledgeable in this, you know, a lot of these people, maybe he's locked up because coming in, we direct people, we give them enough to get them started, but we direct them back to the Kahan because you need to be edified in the proper format, and the Kahan is going to give you that. And he might be locked up because he's not using this appropriately. So, you know, it's very necessary for you to get this right. So you're never going to have to worry about the Kahan, only what you do. So I would insist that you probably, like you said, he was giving you bits and pieces of it, and then he wasn't around. You're not going to get that from the Khan. It's really a very serious process. The Khan is going to always give you a complete. It's going to be complete and not fragmented in any way. And I'm telling you that because you have been, you've been on this channel before, and I just think it's important for you to get this knowledge correctly. Very important that people that try to edify you, people on the internet will give you enough to think you know, but you really don't know. But if you're getting it from the Khan, I insist his information is always complete and exact.
Yeah.
He did my package, and I don't try to educate people in this. I try to give them enough knowledge and direct them to God so they can full view from the person that always his material has never not been complete and always works for me. It always works. Just thought I'd give you that.
Yeah, he did say that. He was like, yo, I love the Khan. It's like, how's the doc? He was taught me, da 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 da. He was like, that's who, you need to see about getting your paperwork done. But when I went on the site, I didn't have the money to pay for it. So he was like, I'll help you, And then all of a sudden he just got snatched up. But that's how I found you guys. I had no knowledge of this channel prior to that. So I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, George Moore. I remember him, man. I think he was somewhere in the BX though.
Hmm?
I thought he was in the Bronx.
He was in
That's
the
where he
city.
had me sending things to in the Bronx.
He was in the city.
Yeah, I was supposed to meet him a couple times, man. But something came up with that chick, and he could never meet. Something will always pop up.
He was definitely in the city because the young lady who I invited over, it was the three of us meeting together. My brother was supposed to be there, but that's another story. He wasn't there. And so it ended up being just the three of us. It was me, him, and Dominique. Dominique's aunt lived in the same building as I think his family. Because when she looked on the paperwork and saw his address, she was like, "Who lives here?" So he's definitely from the city. He's a good brother. I just hope whatever situation arose that it. I'm hoping that he'll get out of there and get back to doing what he was doing. He spoke highly of you.
Yeah, I talked to him a lot. I was helping him for a lot of stuff, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was always something going on. Like it was he wanted to meet me a few times to put the information in his hand, because there was a problem having it mail there, and there was something going on with his mom at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He was like always like looking out for his mother, something like that. His mom was sick. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
His mother was sick or something like that. So every time he was supposed to meet me, something would pop up. It's like, yo, man, you're having me to come all the way over here from Brooklyn to try and meet you, man, and you don't show up. He's like, oh yeah, man, something came up. Can you mail it? And then, even mailing it was an issue for a minute. But that chick was always trying to oh yeah, well he just told me he wanted to do some coaching, and he just told me to get the answers because he's busy. I'm like, nah, man, you need to tell him to call me. I ain't talking to you. And she got in the feelings a couple times because of that. I was like, well, that's the ordered things. You're a married woman, man. I can't talk to you like that. It's not even a proper order. Why would you want to talk to me, man?
I don't know.
And he would call back, and she still would be on the phone, man. She would always try to lead the conversation, man. I'm like, hold on, I'm talking to him. She probably didn't like me because I was like, yo, I'm talking to him, man. You let me talk to him.
Yeah, I know. All I do know is like her mother stayed in their relationship a lot. And I think advising her a lot as far as the relationship goes, the marriage goes. And that was something that I think he was always trying to reassure her mother that he wasn't trying to control her, because that's how the mother seen him. It's like, were you trying to control her? He's like, nah, I'm just teaching her. Like, so that it became an issue. It definitely became an issue.
Yeah. I know.
Sounds like an
The
issue.
relationship didn't seem good to me at all.
Mm.
What was that, Raymond?
No, that was me. I said it sounds like an issue. I wouldn't be able to tolerate anything like that.
Yeah, she was always trying to be controlling, man. She was trying to be the dominant figure. When I would do the phone coaching, she trying to lead with the question. Get out of here, man. Chill.
Yeah, that's a no-go.
And she didn't even really understand it. You know what I mean?
That makes it worse.
Yeah.
Well, just the fact that he got locked up. I mean, we don't get locked up and stuff because the Khan with his material. I mean, it's almost impossible for me to get locked up.
Well, you know what? You know what? Some people, they listen to these people on YouTube. Like, when this guy accident and H. Poochie was putting out all this false information and causing people to get indicted. I put out videos then saying, don't do that. Don't do that. You're going to get bagged behind that.
Calm.
And so a few people did get indicted, and they flagged my video. So I was trying to warn people. So, like that guy was saying earlier, remember that guy on the call earlier, Yashabin? What's his name? Romeo? When he was asking about, is that what the black card is? I was like, nah, I don't even get involved with that, man. Because I haven't seen no law that said we could go and take money out of something. It says that we have unlimited credit. Not that you could go and withdraw money. It's people like that. They go and listen to people on YouTube. They try something and then they get violated because they done something and they can't back it up with no law or nothing.
Right. I know what you're talking about because I've seen that too. I saw like the black card. I've also saw a woman was teaching where you could write yourself a check and go and literally withdraw money from a bank.
Yeah, that's not a check. That's called an EFT instrument.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an EFT instrument. And she was probably teaching it, and I seen someone doing that.
Mm-hmm.
He went to about 5, and he got money. But when he got to the 5th bank, they locked his ass up.
Oh.
Yeah, he was withdrawing thousands.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I was telling them about. This guy was from Jersey. It's like the Fort Lee area, but he was going from bank to bank to bank, and they got him that same because he was ODing with it. Like, yo, I think you probably should stop now, man. Nah, man, let me get some more. Getting thousands of dollars, and they just got him. I don't know what discrepancy he did, but yeah, that's not EFT instrument is no longer considered to be a check. It's a closed checking account.
Okay.
But the thing is, a checking account is never really closed. When they tell, it's just the balance is zero.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you tell the bank, well, I don't want this checking account anymore, they will make you think that it's closed, but the bank still uses it for their purposes, right?
Mm-hmm.
When people write checks, if they don't write them correctly, if they don't give proper instructions on the back of the check and tell the bank what to do with it, that then the bank uses it to their favor. So when I be giving these classes for educational purposes, I tell people how to properly fill out a check to prevent banks from doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, and probably most people in this call, like Raymond, Yashibim, I believe they all was in that class when I was going over that. How to properly endorse a check.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the little bit of knowledge that I have, I actually got from a book called Redemption Manual, and the one I have is 4.5. That's when I first came into the knowledge of it. But once I started diving into the pages, my daughter knows, like, Mom, you better not do that. You're gonna go to, you're gonna get locked. Woo. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna try any of these things. This was like years ago, like around 2012. I said, okay, I'm not gonna try any of these things because there's forms in there, there's different things in there. But if
I
you
don't see anything in that book that would have actually gotten you locked up.
okay.
Not from that redemption manual, 4.5.
Yeah, 4.5. So, the first thing, everybody gets fearful because this is new knowledge to us. But I started to find out a whole lot of other things. The rabbit hole runs deep. I'm not going to get into all of that. But that was my first exposure to parallel to this, what you teach. I'll put it like that. Because it is like almost one and the same.
Yeah, it is. I'm familiar with the guy that wrote that book too. Jack Smith wrote that book. He's one of the main people that wrote that book. He used to be a tax consultant,
Mm-hmm.
and he was an accountant also.
Okay. Yeah.
And he was out of Arizona somewhere. He used to be with Gordon Hall and Brendan Adams. Gordon Hall's doing 20 years right now. Brendan took a plea bargain because they was doing something with some bonds.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but Gordon Hall was already a millionaire because he started this stuff. He's the one that started those. Hey Raymond, you see those Las Vegas athletic clubs over there?
Con.
Yeah, Gordon Hall started those. It was a sovereign guru out of Arizona.
Yeah, they all over the place too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was a millionaire.
Wow.
He's in prison right now. They hijacked him. They wouldn't give him a chance to defend themselves. I mean, he really knows that contract law stuff.
That was probably retaliation for putting out this information because that information is a wake up call.
Yeah.
I coming into so much more knowledge around the end of 2011 um, into 2012. And then I discovered, that the Most High Son name is not Jesus, so that was a shock to me when I found out the letter J was not even 400 years old. And I had lived my whole life just about in the church. So that year was I would say that year was the beginning of knowledge for me, where I just began to be on this journey where I felt like the Most High was just really teaching me and pulling me out of things that I shouldn't have been in. So I ended up leaving the church and, just been on a whole different journey since then.
Yeah, cool. Yep.
All right.
It's the way
Shalom,
it
brother.
is.
Shalom, family.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom, sir.
Shalom.
Hey, Raymond.
Go ahead, Con.
Yeah, I used to be a member of one of those when I was down in Vegas, the Las Vegas Athletic Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a one. I think I used to go mostly to the one off. I think there was a one close to Sunset. I can't even remember where. Damn, I can't remember where it was, man. It's a very popular one. I used to go there, but you're right. They have them all over, man.
Yeah. Yeah, they just like McDonald's, just about.
Yeah, Gordon Hall. Gordon Hall did those. He said he was going to build a skyscraper that reached all the way into the heavens. He was sounding like Nimrod.
That's exactly what it sounded like.
Yeah. His son is doing it now in the background. That is,
So what was his agenda? Why did he say he wanted to do that?
Oh, I don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah, when people talk like that, you wonder really what's on their mind.
Yeah, I have no clue. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the high holy days, so you guys can help me get on a straight and narrow too with this diet thing. Because I tell you, that's something that I fight with because, I've always been on the wrong track as far as diet and stuff is concerned. So, I definitely need some instructions and stuff. And I heard when I came on, I heard, what was that?
That was someone's background noise.
Oh, I heard Yashabim talking about the sugars and whatnot, and that's been one of my biggest issues pretty much most of my life. Because even as a kid, man, we go to that candy store and we had no bounds on us because grandmama and them, they didn't really have any restrictions and whatnot on the stuff that we were eating. 77. What's that?
Does that look familiar to you, Raymond?
77.
That's supposed to be what they call a normal range of your blood sugar level. So
I don't even know what. Go
if you have
ahead.
an issue with sugar, I have to put you through Shock City in order to get you down there, but it's definitely possible. From 295 down to 77 in about 6 days.
Oh, okay. So you was able to monitor it through your phone?
No, that's just a picture of the last progress.
Oh, okay. Because I know they got all kinds of gadgetry and stuff out there now where you can take these things, you can monitor these things a lot of times through applications and stuff that you can get on your phones and different things.
Yeah, no, that's so when we overload our body with unclean food, it forms plaque around our cells, and that's what has an over amount of that type of glucose inside of our blood and our plasma, and our blood cells are not able to absorb the sugar for energy, and that's where you get an increased blood sugar level. So through getting rid of that plaque, as it's written, you eat you some clean food and you go on a fast, that stuff will leave your body. But you have to be, you have to be driven. If you led by your belly and your lower appetites, you're going to go back. I mean, Tazadak put out before the end of the last, calendar year, everybody was on the scram, and we were all, fasting together and different things like that. That'd have been a perfect opportunity. And do not think that because of your industry that you have to have something. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. You don't have to eat something unless you're doing like a triathlon or something like that, maybe. But for us, I mean, we're not on 110 miles an hour for 14, 15, 16 hours straight. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you get you some good water, some good teas, some clean food for about a good month or so, and then you go on the fast for about another like 2 weeks at a time. You be fine, but it needs to be a real fast.
Right. Get you some spring water. That'll help. Get good clean water. Carefoot.
Oh, okay.
I don't mean to interject myself, but yeah, eat the.
Who the hell is that?
Carefoot.
Who the hell is Carefoot?
Oh, just a bondsman.
Nicolas Cage.
I'm just in the back.
Nicolas Cage.
Oh, so here's the progress there.
Vancouver, Canada.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Right.
You see how many days that is?
The famous Nicolas Carefoot that always get paranoid when he's in the U.S.
February 3rd, 10th, 11, 14. 3rd, 3, 10, 11, and 14.
Yep.
What's the weather like over here, man?
It's snowing.
I figured that, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So how do you take your blood sugar count? How do you do it?
Well, that's not mine. That's somebody that I'm helping. And they use diabetic. They use diabetic test strips.
Oh, okay. Okay. You say they are diabetic though?
Well, it was by those numbers. No longer.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's what I said.
You pair it up with those, with those herbs, and stuff. You'd be perfectly fine. Definitely stay away from the Valentine's Day chocolate, the candy, and all the other stuff. And
that was one of my downfalls coming down the pike too, man. Was candy. I was a candy eater.
Yeah, I'll send you that that detox that
I remember in Vegas they used to call you the Candy Man.
That's right.
And you was tap dancing like Sammy Davis Jr. for candy on the car.
That's right. I'll tell you.
It's the candy that feeds the candida, and the candida, once it got a hold of you, it's like a parasite. It's gonna have it's making you crave it. You want to get that soda pop. You got to get that refined sugar.
No, I don't drink soda pop.
Just the candy.
No, very little, but if at all, I haven't drank soda in quite some time. But that sugar, that candy thing, has been an issue all the way down the road. But as far as herbs and things, you know, my rib and I, we deal with a lot of teas, and I come up with actually a herbal tea, a
Now,
combination thing.
needs to be specific though. So when you're doing this, it needs to be specific for the condition. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
Based on whatever medication you're taking, what that medication is supposed to be doing, the herbal teas need to be, needs to be custom for basically for you. So when you say herbal teas, that's a general statement. What exactly were you consuming?
Hibiscus tea,
Nope.
ginger.
Nope. Next.
No. Tamarind.
Nope.
Tamarind good though, no? What's about
I'm
mucus reducing
talking
alkaline?
about for the condition though.
Well, if he's beatus, like I mean, that's different. Don't eat the sugar at all. Like
No,
no
I'm
fruits.
not
Just
diabetic. I'm not diabetic. I'm not on any kind of medication.
I know, but you're it sounds like you got issue with sugar, you're pre-diabetic. You got the symptoms, that you feel like you got to get something. So that's not the stuff that you want to, that's not the stuff you want to feed yourself.
Okay.
like only a kid should really be eating 50% of their diet as fruit. So when you get older, you need to eat ripe fruit as well. So most of the fruit that's at the store is acidic because it's not in a ripe state of anyway. So like what he's getting at is right. Like you gotta eat stuff that's herbal, vegetables, grain. Like basically, don't eat anything that is sweet until you got a hold of it. Then you can play with it in a good way, like organic.
Well,
right.
careful. What we're really dealing with is a mental issue, is a spiritual issue. He has a problem with sugar itself. So if it has a hold on him, there are things that you need that be better for you to take, so that way your body can wean.
Well, guys, I wish
on.
that we could keep on, but it's 12:04 over here.
Oh yeah.
And I started this at approximately 11:45 a.m. today. I've been in front of the computer. So I the Candyman can do this on a different day. Yes, the Candyman can.
I thought maybe you had
love and make the world go round.
I thought you had pulled one of them last night moves.
Well, nope. And I'm gonna make sure that I don't, man. But I gotta shut it down, man.
I'm a sugar daddy.
So we
all right,
thank you all for tuning in.
With a diet, okay?
Yeah, you got my math. Give me a shout.
Yeah. Okay, for sure.
Check out the link in the chat. I think that's a pretty good one. Just to remove.
All right, man. Everyone be safe, man. Shalom. Thank everyone for listening.
Shalom.